Good night.
Trapaholics Mixtapes.
As the 9% and word would say, make a better you, a better us.
Give them what they ask for.
Who do you think you are? I'm the word. Boy, I'm the one who put in the work.
When I move, it's in a quick rumble. I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title, we about to get into it. But before we get into that, let me get into the chat. What up, my 33 brother, Mr. Gary Busted Down Brown? What it do with the business is? Hey, man, I'm just hop on for a good time, but not a long time. It's an open panel. Feel free to hit the link. I do want to talk about a couple things, but like I said, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So, yeah. Recently, we had an unaliving of two people in Vegas, and just so happened that the people involved in the situation were YouTubers, right? And just the other day, I did a show talking about how to navigate through the zombie sheet, right? And voila, prime example of what I was talking about. Dealing with people, even on this social media thing, is how you interact with people. There's some people on here where you got nothing to lose, and they shoot. They led into that violent culture where they don't appreciate not only their life, but like I said, if you can't appreciate your own life, how you expect people to appreciate other people's life? So, long story short, these people got into it. This was the second time they had an encounter, though. Shout out to Moxie Approved. I watch a lot of Moxie Approved. I don't say I watch a lot of them, but I watch them. But he was talking about it. I didn't really see any other coverage on it besides his, but he was saying in like 2023 that they had an encounter, and the guy who unalived the YouTuber and his wife, she was also a YouTuber. I guess she had a channel too. She was on his channel, but she was known as the YouTuber too, his wife. Rest in peace to them. Him and his wife got unalived by another YouTuber, but they had an encounter in 2023 where the guy who unalived them actually pepper sprayed the guy's wife, right? And then that's what really started the online beef, and then they start copyright striking each other, and all that stuff. What up, Didi? They start doing this back and forth, and the guy who unalived them, he was popular, but he started losing subs. You know how when you monetize on here, you get used to them checks. It's like a job or a business. He started losing money because he was losing views, because he was losing subs, he was losing the support, and he felt some type of way. And he made some crazy streams, with clown faces and everything, talking about I'm looking for him and all that. And then fast forward, I don't know what happened, but from the looks of the video, the guy who got unalive was live streaming, and old boy walked up to him, and he was laughing at him like, "Oh, look who we got here!" The next thing you know is bop, bop, bop. Then you see the wife like, "Oh my God!" She trying to get the camera, I guess, trying to film it. I didn't know she was the second person that got unalive, but you see her clearly in the camera, like, "Oh my God!" Like she tried to get the camera, and then the video went off. But I guess he unalived the wife too. That's what I'm saying. Just dealing with people. I mean, to do that not only on your live stream, but you in front of the Bellagio, bro. It's like all these. You know how Vegas is. If you never been there, it's one of them cities that it get live at night. They'd be busy. You know, you go to New York in the daytime, it's crazy, hustle and bustle. That's how it is in Vegas at night. I don't know if it's like New York like that at night. I wasn't walking around New York at night. I'm straight. I don't walk around the day. Anyway, so yeah, so he had a live, not only on the live stream, but in front of all these people. Then he claimed self defense. I don't know how you could about unaliving a wife. I don't know how you claim self defense. And then with the prior history, this is why I be telling people like all this stuff y'all saying on here. If y'all get in an incident, that shit will be used against you. So you don't hear talk about I do this, I do that, and then something happened to that person or between y'all. That's evidence, man. That's evidence. Like you setting yourself up for failure. But most people they can't think for themselves. They're not thinking about tomorrow or the month after that or the year after that. They oh my respect, my whatever you want to call it, bro. Like so you got two people unalive, lost their life. Then you got another person, his freedom gone. He's gone, brother. You ain't getting that back. That freedom gone. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. You got to watch who you're dealing with on here. Going back and forth with people. You know, shit. You never know who you might run into in real life. You might run into them people. So to me, it ain't worth it. I don't do it in real life. I ain't about to do it on here. If we got a problem, we just not need to be talking to each other. Not need to be. I said that correctly. That's my proper hood language. We not need to be. We don't get along. We not need to be in each other's vicinity. That's how that works. You know, shit, I'm grown, 40 plus years old. I got kids, a wife, family to take care of. I ain't trying to crash out or be around nobody crashing out. You might get hit with debris. I'm straight. I do not want to be around a crash out, and I ain't about to crash out. You know, I understand people get emotional. We talked about that, but at some point, you gotta realize like what's worth it and what's not. You know, I mean, going back and forth on here for a couple dollars, and you don't know how people head wrap. Everybody ain't rap tight. Everybody ain't got something to lose. You know, some people looking for a reason to crash out. You take the YouTube away, you gotta think about this, man. Sometimes it's the most attention these people get. That's when I that's why when I see people doing stupid shit on here, I ain't trying to critique them or talk about them, especially if they getting their money. Especially if they making money. I ain't got nothing to say to them people. Let them do what they do. People want to donate and that's fine because you take that from them, that might be all they got. And now you done took that from them. Now they ready to crash out. I'm straight. I mean, the people, hey, it is what it is. I don't participate in it. I don't want to deal with it. I got real problems and issues I got to deal with in real life. I ain't trying to add no more bullshit. I ain't one of them people who got to project my all my shit online. I ain't got to project shit. If I got a problem, I deal with it. But you got to watch that, especially on this online thing. You don't really know nobody, and you go back and forth with the wrong one, man. You don't know what. What up, though, Earth Day? What up, though, sis? Yeah, I was just talking about that YouTuber thing that went down with YouTube. That's why I say you think you going back and forth with somebody who clinically sane. You going back and forth with a goddamn psychopath, grown ass man wearing face paint with a clown. I ain't dealing with nobody like that, bro. Look, it ain't about being hard. It's about thriving in life. You know, I done made it out the hood for a reason, bro. I mean, out that shit, bro. I'm straight. I ain't trying to go back. And I'm enjoying life. Man, you got these people, bro. Look, they be on demon mode. I told you, man, people be talking about you understand your higher and lower self, man. We all get demons and angels in us, man. Some people live through them demons. They live through that demonic energy, man. They be ready to do something to a motherfucker. They just need an excuse. That's how it is in real life. Like, I be thinking a lot of times over here, like when people be talking, I be like, nah, you didn't experience no shit in real life. The shit I experienced that shit in real life when people trying to go at you and they come to your house. And you gotta understand the shit you do not only affects you, but it affects the people around you. Like growing up in Detroit, I don't know how it is in everybody else, and I be hearing people talk about it wasn't like this back in the man. Look, I grew up in the '90s and the early 2000s in a day. If motherfucker couldn't get you, they go get somebody close to you. They will cause a funeral so your ass can come out and get you at the fucking funeral. Ask anybody from Detroit how many funerals got shot up. That's how motherfuckers get you to come out. They knock one of your people off. And then you going to the funeral, and now they taking not only you but the people, and it's for some stupid shit you did. You done robbed the wrong person. You done put your hands on the wrong girl. Some shit like that. Now you're getting people eliminated. So I had to learn not only be mindful of what I do, but the motherfuckers around me. Because shit, I had a motherfucker get in my car one day, asked me for a ride, and this ain't even my friend. It was a friend of a friend. He came around a couple times. We smoked, we shot dice or whatever. And I was on. He was like, "Hey man, can you give me a ride down the street?" I ain't thinking nothing of it. I'm like, "Yeah." Man, I turned the corner, went one block up. My car got hit 3 times. Bop, bop, bop. They probably let off like 10 rounds, hit my car like 3 times. Not because of me, but the motherfucker riding in my passenger seat. You don't know who got beef with who. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I'm straight. I follow those same rules that I did in the street online because this shit is just like, at first, I didn't know what this YouTube thing was. But once I figured it out, I realized this shit ain't nothing but like the hood. Like this shit, I ain't gonna say the hood, but it's like real life. Some places in real life, if you ain't equipped to go there, you don't go. You just don't go. And I had to learn that on this YouTube. There's some places I'm not trying to deal with the shit, so I'm not gonna fuck with it. It's some people like that. You just can't fuck, and you got to know how. Like, look, man, I grew up around hustlers, killers, pimps. You interact with everybody differently. A hustler, you can joke around and play like that. When you hanging out with them killers, don't be playing with them motherfuckers because they'll snap. They'll be cool 1 minute and snap, and they'll be ready to off your ass. You can't be twitchy around no killer. Around the hustler, you can be goofy and all that shit. Around the killer, no, you can't move funny. You can't do that. You got to know how to interact with individual people, not just you can't interact with everybody the same way. You just can't. That's why I be saying, like, people hear me joking with people on here, but then you see how I act when people who don't know me play with me. I don't fucking play with me. I don't fucking know you. I don't know your intent. I don't know if you playing with me or you playing with me. So until I get to know you, until we build that rapport, don't fucking play with me. I be humble. I'm very respectful, but don't play with me. And we ain't lying. I ain't trying to act tough or nothing, but this is my channel. I'm just boot your ass off till you have a nice fucking life. But the people who fuck with me, yeah, we joke around and play all the time because I know their intent. I'm comfortable with them. Allow me to build that rapport. Allow me to get comfortable. People be coming on here, be weird as hell. Like, same here. Yeah, that you feel me, Herb? I'm telling you, man. It's like I respect everybody, man, until they give me a reason not to. Once they give me a reason not to, then I just don't want to fuck with them. I don't want no drama. I done dealt with that shit my whole life, man. I'm good. I'm in a great place right now. I just come on here, try to build with the people. And I ain't one of the people to say build and no, I really build with people on here. We be doing shit. Not only creating content, but shit off of here too. Trying to build some real shit. I know some shit. I done been around the block a couple times. I done fucked with real estate. I done fucked with life insurance. Fuck with the finances. I mean, I'm willing to share any information I got with anybody, and we can make a network like that. Everybody knows something. You know what I'm saying? We can all benefit each other in a way, but we got to find ways to fit the pieces together instead of trying to force that shit. Everybody ain't meant to fuck with everybody the same way. You know, even in real life, all my friends, they have, I know what they strong qualities are, and I know what their weak qualities are. So shit, if I need something, I ain't gonna call them if they ain't strong in that attribute. I won't fuck with them. Not on that. Jug, what up though, bro? Yo, people gotta know how to interact with people, man. You don't fuck with everybody the same way. You just don't. I'm just talking shit tonight. I ain't really got much to say. I'm gonna finish that chakra series. I get paid for it, so I gotta finish that. Um, it was something else. I got 2 member lives I'm creating. You know, I'm gonna fuck with the feel the think to create the behavior. We're gonna talk more about behavior, how to take control, like how to I ain't gonna say take control, but how to redefine, have more intent with our actions and shit. Just some psychology. I fuck with the psychology, the philosophy, the metaphysics. You know, if religion is your gateway, I can fuck with you on that. We can talk about that. You know, whatever tool I can use to become a better version of myself, I done used it. You know, I done used it. That's how I feel. That's why I say don't put me in a box. I use whatever's useful. If it ain't useful, then I ain't gonna use it. But if it is, then shit, I'm gonna utilize it. That's why I don't do them boxes. I'm straight on them boxes. But yeah, y'all gotta watch you. Shit, I don't like in real life, man. I don't be talking shit to everybody. You don't know who screws tight and who screws loose. So I'm good. I ain't got time for. I don't even wake up thinking about. I wake up thinking about how to do better and be better. And doing unscrupulous shit, then nah, that ain't my intent. Some shit is just indecorous to my development, and I don't fuck with it. You know, I don't fuck with it. I learned just be more. The more intentful I am, the more progress I see. You know, the more intent that I have in life, the more progress I see towards whatever goal I'm going to. So I just try to be intentful with even with my interactions. That's why I be quiet in real life. I don't talk much. I ain't got much to say. On here is like I had to get used to that shit. I used to, like if you look at some of my first live stream, I say like 4 or 5 sentences and be quiet for like 2 minutes. If ain't nobody talking or interacting with me, then I just say fuck it and get off. Like say what I gotta say. I'm off. I say a paragraph worth of shit and be like, okay, ain't nobody talking. Good. Ain't no dialogue. Now I just be talking. You know, I can just talk now, but it took me a minute to get to that point. You know, as brother Gary said, I had to hone my skills because I don't really be having too much to say. I'm more of an observer, sit back and watch shit. Everything I say, that should be in my head. That should be in my head. But I know this YouTube thing. You know, at one point I was like, man, I can do this full time. I can't do this shit full time. That's too much talking, man. It's too much. I can't do it full time. And then like to be successful on here, you have to be like popular, I guess. But there are people who get like the faceless channels and shit like that. You don't really know who they are. I can do some shit like that, but I don't want to be famous. I don't like attention like that. I mean, to really be successful on here, you got to kind of be famous. I ain't gonna say famous. You just got to be popular, I guess. And I don't really care for that shit. I like my peace. The day I go outside and somebody be like, you on YouTube, I'm be like, oh, hell no. Hell no. Don't recognize me for no shit like that. I used to hate that shit because when I was doing real estate, my face was on like the sales signs. And in certain areas, I had a couple properties, on the market. So, I go in the grocery store, they be like, I know you. I seen it. You on the sign in front of somebody else. You do real estate. And I'm looking like, and look, man, I don't like look when I go out with my wife, I be wanting to look good for her. But once I got out of that I say that chic phase, I be walking around like Adam Sandler. I don't really be giving a fuck. Long as I got clothes on my body, I'll be good. But if I gotta go to like a meeting or we going out or something, yeah, I get dressed up. But just going to the store and shit, man, you gonna catch me looking crazy as hell. And I'm legally blind. I don't be knowing what colors I'm wearing. I just throw shit on because it cover my body. Because I ain't naked. I just put clothes on and say, fuck it. I'll be real with you. I don't wake up trying to be, I'm gonna look fresh today. When I was a kid, I did that shit. Now, if I'm just going to the store, man, you gonna catch me in some crazy shit. Riders, what up, sis? What up, nine? Yeah, I be on some Adam Sandler type shit. I just be going out. But if I go out somewhere, I do get dressed up. I ain't gonna lie. If I put a suit on, I get conceited. I ain't gonna lie. Well, if I put a suit on, then you kiss my ass. I'm the freshest person on the planet. Let me put a suit on. And I'm from the D, so I'm from, and I like I said, I grew up around pimps and shit. So my suits be all my shit tailored. I don't think I got a suit under $300. All my shit, yeah. I do get G'd up when I put suits and shit on. I'm conceited in the motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you. You can't tell me shit. But but other than that, man, I'm just shit. I throw some lumberjacks, some sweats on. My wife be like, "It's summertime. Why you got a hoodie and the boots?" And look, man, I'm from look. Like if y'all know anything about Detroit, you got two sides. Well, it's more than two sides, but when we talk about hood shit, we got the east side and the west side. The east side was the grimy side, right? We the ones with the motherfucking leather coats, with the baggy pants, with the Timbos on and shit. We was the good. The west side was the pretty boys, right? I grew up on the east side, so yeah, I'm used to a hoodie. I wear hoodies in the summer, winter, fall, spring, and sweatpants. Shit, it always look like I'm about to hit a lick. I ain't gonna lie to you. I walk around like I'm. I'm just. This is why y'all should leave me on the panel by myself, especially when I'm a little. Yeah, because I get to just talking and shit. This shit is not professional. This is going straight on members only. But yeah, shit. I always like I'm about to hit a lick when I'm walking around. My neighbors got used to it. I know when I first started walking around, it was like, and I ain't no little dude, man. I'm 6 foot. Right now, I done lost weight, y'all. I done been working out. I'm toning up. So I'm 245 right now. I'm about to get back down to 220. I'm gonna get back down to 220. But I'm 6 foot. Give me my quarter. 240. So I ain't no little dude. And I'm walking around with a hoodie on, and like my back has always been like, I guess my more defined aspect. And when I got sick, wasn't working out, wasn't sparring, I wasn't doing none of that. So I lost a lot of weight in my arms, and my thighs used to look like fucking tree trunks. Right? My shit used to look like tree trunk. But I done lost a lot of muscle mass and like my arms. The only thing I ain't losing is my back and my shoulders. So I still look like a big motherfucker walking around with a hoodie and boots and shit in the summertime. I be looking crazy as hell. But my neighbors know me now, so they be like, "Hey, how you doing?" I always be with my kids too. So, they don't feel threatened. I live in a diverse community. I got everybody around me. Bro, you be smelling Indian food, Mexican food. You don't really smell the white food because there ain't no seasoning in it. Not even when they barbecue. That's like, man, let me be quiet. I'm gonna y'all go get somebody bring their ass up here if I get in trouble. I was about to say, man, these old white people be barbecuing around me. I be thinking they having bonfires. I be thinking they just be burning wood. These motherfuckers be cooking. I be like, God damn, bro, that shit smell like some wood burning. Y'all back here barbecuing? What the fuck is wrong? Fuck going on? Yo, shit don't smell like meat. What the fuck is y'all barbecuing? Wood sausages and shit. If you live, oh, I thought you said if I live in a home. I was about to say if I live in a home, you will hop on. What? You know, I can't see. I don't know where I put my. I think I left my glasses at the hospital, but my wife worked there. I had to go to the hospital. I'm cool though. I'm cool. I just ate some fucked up shit, and like this the thing, man. I'm not used to this shit. After I got this shunt in my, I'm just venting right now to y'all. Right. After I got this shunt in my head and I lost majority of my eyesight, man, my family be treating me like I'm handicapped. Well, I guess I am handicapped, but they be treating me like, and I'm the motherfucker that everybody call when shit go down. If their car go down, there's some shit going down with people. No matter what happened, everybody call me. Now everybody treating me like I'm all. I don't know. I don't like that shit. But I woke up like my stomach was all fucked up, and my daughter jumped like your stomach fucked up. Your daughter jumping on your stomach, but a couple months ago, I was having this real bad migraine. And when they did the x-rays on my shunt, they seen the tube in my stomach was fucked up. And if it get tangled up, it can backtrack the fluid and it can fuck me up basically, right? So when I was having all these pains and the tube, if it's out of place, it can actually like scratch the organ, like my stomach lining. It can fuck up my stomach lining and shit. So since they already seen it was, misplaced, they gotta just cut my stomach open and, put it back in place. Simple, easy procedure. So anyway, when I was having these cramps, my wife got scared and shit. And she called my mama, man. First, my dad called me like, "You going to the hospital?" I'm like, "Look, man, I just ate something fucked up. Let me get the shit out. I'll be good." Yeah, I'll be fucking with herbs and shit. So, just give me like 2-3 hours, I'll be good. Man, I seen my sister pulling up, dropping my mama off, and I'm looking like, what the fuck is going on? Like my mom can't go to the hospital. I'm like, damn, her and my wife and my dad, they all coordinated and shit, getting me going to the hospital. I'm like, nah, I gotta sit in this motherfucker. And then they was doing tests and yeah. But no, I'm good though. I'm like, damn, they be jumping me and shit. Like I can't do nothing. I feel like I'm 5 years old again and shit. They making me do shit. My mom told my son to go get a belt. I'm like, man, they ain't about to whoop me. Let me take my ass to the hospital. Because I can't see the belt coming. Before I can just, and my mom ain't old. My mom like 57. She's 57. Yeah, she be 58 this year. She's 57. So she ain't old, so she still be moving around. And my mama was like a ninja. She done studied karate and shit. So I remember growing up. The hardest I ever got hit by my mama, bro, she did a roundhouse and hit me in my sternum, bro. I thought she broke a fucking rib. I ain't fucking with my mama. Damn, not she karate kicking and shit. If you ain't ever been karate kicked by your mama, man, we can't talk. Don't talk to me about no ass whoopings, man. I done got hit with bats and belts. I was bad as hell though. See, y'all just got me up here talking. Y'all think y'all slick. Oh, I'm my mama's only boy. Yeah, I'm the only boy. My mom got me and 3 girls, so I'm always special. And then I'm her first, and then she had me when she was 16. Yeah, she had me when she was young. Well, she got pregnant with me when she was 16, had me when she was 17. So it's like I grew up with my OG. I grew up with my mama. So like my son yelled at my mama today, man. He ain't never seen he was like, "Dad, I've never seen you that mad." I'm like, "Man, who the fuck is you talking?" I forgot he was my kid for a minute. I'm like, "You yelling at my mama?" I'm like, "Hold on, this is my baby. Let me calm down." Like, bro, who the fuck you talking to? Not my mama. I scrapped for mine. Hey, that's one of my triggers, people. That's one of my triggers. And I'm working on that. Because I'm legally blind now. I can't just be fighting people, bro. Somebody go come on my blind side. So I gotta calm, but my mama, that's my trigger, man. My mama, my wife, and my kid. My daddy here, I love my daddy, but he can handle himself. But that's how I was raised to, protect them women. My sisters got husbands. I still crash out for my babies though. even though they got husbands and they got good husbands. You know, like my sisters that's married. You know, I like their husband. You know, my brother-in-law. He been my one brother-in-law been on here. You know, the car guy. He a cool dude. He a cool dude. He's just from Ypsilanti, so they kind of weird over there. You know, it remind me of that. Never mind. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. Gary, where the hell you at? Oh shit! I'm just talking shit tonight. But yeah, that unaliving with that shit's sad. But that's what I be telling you, man. You don't know who rap tight and who not. You don't know, man. You know, shit. People will take a trip. I don't know. I think the people who get unalived, and that'd be fucked up, man. You get unalived on a vacation. You the whole time you planning this vacation, you thinking I'm gonna go have fun. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and that shit end with you being unalived. Like, man, that shit fucked up. If you kept your ass at home, you'd have been straight. Look, man, it's just too many variables, bro, for shit to go wrong. You can do everything right, but somebody else can be on some bullshit, man. Somebody else can definitely be on some bullshit. That's what I'm saying. You fucking with these people online, you got to be careful. Some of these people, like I said, you don't know who's screw tight and who's screw loose. So you just got to be careful. But that correlates perfectly with what I was saying, them damn zombie sheep, man. Your first was at 17? Yeah, man, it's something, I don't know, man. I just, yeah, my mom, man, it be fucked up when I be hearing people, and everybody experiences life different. Some people have good relationships, some people have bad. It's just like, damn. When I hear people don't have good relationships, even my dad, I love my dad to death, man. My pops, yeah, I got some awesome ass parents and I'm blessed, man. Even my mother and my father in law, they was cool as fuck, man. I love the shit out of my mother and father in law. And I'm happy I got the time to spend with them before they passed away. They was cool as fuck. Yeah, my mother and my father in law was cool as fuck. I remember we used to Home Depot and my father in law, y'all, he's old, he's like 80 years old. He is Syrian, he Middle Eastern, right? So he at Home Depot looking for something, and he kept saying like the people was like his son. He kept saying, "Wait till my son come. Wait till my son come." They was fucking with him. Man, when I walked over there, he was like, "This my son." You should have seen the way they looked. They was like, "This your son?" Like, yeah, motherfucker. What the fuck y'all doing over here with my father-in-law, bro? Like, this my pops, man. What the fuck is y'all doing? Y'all trying to tell him he can't get this, can't get that? Like, fuck around with y'all. Oh, ass Home Depot employees. That shit was funny though. Like when my mother in law used to do this, like my son's gonna come pick me up. Then they see me pull up and picking her up and shit. They like, that's your son? That shit used to be funny as hell. My mother in law used to fuck with everybody. And she talked a lot of shit. It remind me of my grandma and my mama. My mama don't talk. I know when my mama get old, she gonna talk shit like her mama did. What up, Nine? What up, Nine? Appreciate you, brother. I know when I get old, shit, I talk shit now. But yeah, what was that? I was talking about the YouTube thing. So yeah, yeah, man, you gotta be careful who you dealing with on the line. These people crazy as hell, bro. Motherfuckers ain't rap tight. These motherfuckers ain't rap tight. And this all sometimes this all people got, bro. They ain't shouldn't. I don't want to say it like that. It ain't funny because it's kind of sad. Like people ain't shit in real life, and then they come on here projecting like they something, and they get a little crowd going, and then you really find out how they live in real life, and you take everything, you take that away from them. The motherfuckers go crazy because they ain't got nobody in real life to listen to them. They ain't important to nobody in real life. People come on here and act like they fucking philosophers and shit, right? And then in real life, they own people don't even fucking listen to them. Don't nobody listen to them. Don't nobody deal with them because they really fucked up. On here, you can be whatever the fuck you want to be. It's people that told me so many times, like, oh, you should do it like this. Look, man, I'm gonna just be me, regardless. I got a mantra I live by. I'm gonna be the same in the dark as I'm gonna be in the light. So when the light is shining in the dark, all you see is consistency. That's just who I am. I am what people allow me to be. I tell people I got Metatron and I got a Zazel in me. I got an angel and a demon. Whatever one you want, you go get. But I try to, I ain't, like I said, I ain't no crash out, so I ain't coming around here acting no hard or nothing like that. But I got both of them motherfuckers in me, as we all do. We all got a dark and a light side. When they talk about personality, well, the personalities you interact with people. I ain't gonna say personalities, but um, the way we interact with people is three shades of us, or three sides of it. We have our public side, which everybody see. We have our private side, which is more intimate. That when we, depending on how we develop relationships, and then we got our hidden side, which nobody very rarely sees. So we all got those three aspects to it. So, but I don't be telling people like, oh, I'm a positive person because because you rub me the wrong way. I'm not gonna be positive. So I'm not gonna say I'm always positive. I am a very positive person. I'm a very humble person. You know, I don't match nobody energy. If anything, I'm at you match my energy because I like my vibe. I'm cool like that. I like to be calm, cool. I don't like to scream. I don't like to yell. I don't like to argue. I don't like doing none of that shit, man. I just like to enjoy life. So I don't match nobody energy. So I rather people match my energy or just, vibe out with their own energy. I like to see diversity and different shit. I enjoy that, you know. So I just want people to be who they are. But now I don't do that energy matching shit. I don't do none of that. If I don't fuck with it, I don't fuck with it. I just keep it moving. I think about making money. Like I grew up in the street and I want never no gangbang. I was always a hustler. So I always developed. If I couldn't get money with you, I couldn't fuck with you. That was my rule. That's how I survived. Because if we making money, then we ain't gonna be arguing too much. But if we ain't making money, if you making money and I ain't making money, it's gonna be a problem. If I'm making money and you ain't making money, it's gonna be a problem. But if we both making money, then we both fed, we good. So if I couldn't make money with you, I couldn't fuck with you because eventually it was gonna be a problem. And that's just what I observed in life growing up. Even when I got out the hood, like doing real estate and shit, like I noticed like when I'm doing good and other people around me ain't doing good, that's when the motherfuckers start hating. But if we all selling, making money, then everybody good, man. We hanging out doing, you know, we call it firm, but we doing firm shit, activity, going to games and all. We all having fun, as long as everybody eating. So that shit is in life in general. That's why I said I interact with people differently. But when it comes to like being around people, if we ain't all eating the same or similar, I can't fuck with it. Because eventually it's gonna be a problem. Even like on here, I noticed like shit, you fuck with some content creator, you getting views and they ain't getting views, then it's a problem. It's a problem. You getting the views or you getting donations and they ain't getting donations, it's a problem. Why they donating to him? But like that shit weird. Let me be quiet. I'm gonna start talking shit. East Dad, my brother, what up though? Nate the Great is in the building. What up, AI King? What up, AI King? I'm saying is I'm not bipolar. I'm tripolar. Please don't try. I like that. Every day I like that. I ain't bipolar. I'm tripolar. Please don't try me. Oh man. I like that. I like that one. East that, bro. I don't know. Have you been going live? I need my fix, man. I need to see that Jason game, bro. I need my fix. I haven't seen you go live though. But I ain't really been on YouTube much. I've been trying to get this I'm hopefully, if I do everything, well, I'm gonna claim it. we go claim I'm getting the sponsorship. It's just I got to work on this mentor program, and yeah, so I'm trying to work with these people, and they go sponsor me. Um, just another way I can get my business and hopefully attract more of these young kids. And I like challenges. Like you think you did something good, but people look at it and they say it can be greater, and they challenge you to do it, better. So I like the challenge too, because I already created the mentor program where I'm teaching emotional intelligence, self-esteem building tools, and self-confidence building tools. But they was like, "Oh, I know you can do more. I know you can get more out of it. Show me." So that's what I'm working on now, and I've been doing it. And yeah, I like those challenges because it's like you know, um, yeah, it's just another perspective, and they just trying to draw more out of you. So yeah, so working on that, but and then working on a business, with each client I get, that experience, it helps me develop different programs that I can utilize. There's so many things I'm trying to do at the same time though. I got my family's nonprofit. We trying to get that. We trying to get a house. It's cool helping allocating things, helping like right now we just the middleman. You know, I want to be the man with that because I'm trying to build something that'll last when I'm dead and gone. I want it to still be here, benefiting not only my family but the people around my family, the people who won't help. The people who actually looking for it. We want to give them the right thing, just like this channel, man. People who looking for this type of environment, these type of conversations, I'm gonna keep doing it. Because it's often said that there's nothing like this online, but you know, I ain't gonna say there's a lot of stuff like this online, but it's we online, so it's here. It's just like I tell you, I tell somebody. You know, I'm a life coach, and what I specialize in spirituality and relationship. So that's my forte. But I got a couple hats. I done did a couple things in life. So we can get talking about anything, especially if it's about self development. I don't really like talking about people. If I talk about people, it's gonna be the behavior of the people. I can talk about that because that's something that we can all experience. But the person in general, to me, is just I don't want to say it like that, but no, I don't really like talking about people. No, so I don't really do like we do the reactions to pop the balloon just for shits and giggles. I do something like that, just to kick back and have fun. We go do the wild, weird, or wicked. That's just to have fun. But I don't really talk about people. I don't really care about that much. I really don't. People, oh, I'm about to sound like an asshole, but people ain't they just not interested in me. They not like even celebrities. That shit don't interest me. Regular ass people, man, doing regular ass things, and people be all shocked. Oh my god, I can't believe they did this. Why not? They regular ass people, man. They just as fucked up as you is. They just as fucked up. That's. I mean, I don't be surprised when shit happen. People be all shocked and shit. Like, nah, man. That's always fucking weird to me. Like, I don't know. Oh my god! Like they was going around saying Remy Ma Papoose. Oh, that's black love. Yeah, yeah. But we got better examples. We got people who didn't go to jail, got to be held down and shit like that. We've been together for 40, 50 fucking years and shit. And the man tell you happy wife, happy life, and y'all ain't listening because y'all don't understand the concept. Because y'all can only understand, you motherfuckers can't comprehend. And I'm giving you the tools to comprehend, but you just cool to understand a happy wife, happy life. When you make a woman happy, you know what she do? She make you happy. And usually women give more than men. So if you can put yourself in a position to make her happy, she innately will make you happy if you find the right woman. I'm not gonna say every woman like that, but you get the right one. Oh yeah, that's all you gotta do, man. Keep a smile on her face. That's all you gotta do, man. She will go above and beyond. Women respond to man. I done gave the women the sauce on the men. And I don't know how many men we got in the chat, but I'm gonna give y'all some sauce now. Well, first and foremost, you gotta find the right woman, right? You gotta find the right woman. But when you do, a couple things a woman needs, right? Women, they need to feel that they desire it, right? That ain't hard, bro. You just tell her how pretty she is, you know, some emotional contact. Well, I ain't gonna say emotional contact, but some physical contact. My bad. You know, some physical contact. You know, she should feel special. Make your lady feel special. And if you can't make her feel special, then she ain't special to you. You fucking with the wrong one. You fucking with the wrong one. You ain't willing to do these things for the woman. Tell her you love her. Tell her how cute she is. You know, make sure she feel protected and become that dude. Like, man, when I met my wife, man, it's like I had a desire to become something greater. That's how you know when you find the right one, man. If you don't want to do better, that ain't the right one. That ain't the right one. If you settle for mediocrity, that ain't the right one. Because women, when you get the right woman, when that energy hits you, bro, that shit gonna intensify. You gonna feel like fucking Superman. You gonna feel like you can do any and everything. But if you with a woman and you don't feel like that, it's just not the right one. You know? And that's just what it is, man. Ain't nothing bad or ain't nothing good about it. It's just reality. If a woman don't make you want to do better, that ain't the right one. And vice versa for women. You know, women, if y'all don't want to do all that extra shit for men, that ain't the right one. There's something missing. Something missing. Don't fuck with it. Don't waste your time, man. Don't waste your time. If a man don't make you feel secure when you feel unsecure, that ain't the right one. You know, if a man ain't willing to listen to you vent and talk shit and do all that ain't the right one, man. It's not. And you'll waste time in life dealing with the wrong thing, trying to understand what's the right thing. I did that. I wasted years trying to figure out or doing the wrong thing without even comprehending, like, okay, this is the opposite of what I desire. And we even talked about that. People start feeling like I invested this time. Man, that's a learning, bro. Anytime you invest in somebody that don't go right, that's the learning process. Don't feel bad for that shit. Learn a lesson and move on. The more I did that, the quicker I started learning the lessons. Like, oh no, this shit ain't gonna work. It was nice, but gotta go. Gots to go. When you young, you get time. When you get older, man, I need more of a polished product. As I got older, I need something that was ready. I ain't had time for it to get ready. You know, so even that, like when you pursuing people, man, it's all about you, the individual. Ain't no playbook to it. Like I be hearing some of these dating coaches and life coaches tell you, look for this, look for that. No. You have to understand the individual to know what that individual desires. So it's not just a blanket, you know, like they be talking about. But there is things you do want to look for, like I said, within you. You know, if you don't feel like this person is worth you doing this or doing that for, you holding back, and you holding back for a reason. That's your internal, that's your soul telling you like, nah, this ain't the one. Why you ain't willing to do all the extra stuff, to go the extra mile? Why would you go if they ain't willing to go? You know, relationship is a cycle of energy. If I'm giving 50 and she giving 100, that means she gonna have less and I'm gonna have more, and vice versa. So if everybody ain't giving 100, it ain't gonna work. Just not gonna work. Just ain't gonna work. Y'all done had me up here talking for an hour. But yeah, I ain't got too much more to say. But Yeah, Rach, I know you said you was gonna pop up, but I think I'm about to get off. So I think I'm about to get off, take my ass to sleep. I gotta get up early in the morning anyway. Tomorrow Friday, right? Yeah, tomorrow Friday. Yeah, I just wanted to come up here and pop off for a minute. I'll probably be on. We'll do vent. We ain't do the vent. We'll do the vent tomorrow. We ain't did that in a minute. Yeah, we'll do the vent. So yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too much, man. I've been let me get my ass off here. I ain't even feeling too hot. But man, y'all know what I say. Care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nations. And if I said anything in this rant that resonated with you, do me a favor. Tell somebody. Help me spread the word. But until next time, man, we out.
And do it for the 9.
What up, 9?
Acknowledge me!
They've been telling y'all love, and I can't even tell y'all right. The way you feel influences the way you think, and the way you think dictates the action.